Hi, it's Hazel. Welcome to another thrift haul video. I have to just start out by saying that I feel like giving myself a little pat on the back because of all the things I didn't bring home with me. You know, I think I've said this before, that when a person is brand new to this whole crafting, journaling, well, not new to crafting, but certainly new to the junk journaling, journal making aspect of things, it's easy to covet, shall we say, what others seem to have, and then set out with a resolute purpose of, building one's stash. And then, without even really knowing it, you cross over a line where, oh, maybe I've got too much. So, yes, I came home with some items. This was from the place that sells stuff by I would imagine the kilogram, not the pound. And yeah, but again, left so many other things behind. So the point I'm trying to get to, blah, 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 is that I think one becomes more selective. And maybe one also has a reality check and realizes, well, okay, you've brought that home before and you still haven't used it. Why are you buying more of the same? So anyway, sorry if I've put a damper on any thrifting enthusiasts out there. I feel your pain. I know the pull of chasing down the deal. Anyway, okay, let's start somewhere. I just kind of piled up these. I kind of basically divided my stuff into work versus personal. Although you may know that when you have a home-based business like, a YouTube channel and an Etsy store and that sort of thing, it's a very blurry line between where one thing begins and the other ends. But anyway, enough talking. This is one of those paper packets of photo paper. And it is glossy, as they all tend to be. And I am going to, it may kill me, but I'm going to pull out my alcohol inks and give them a try. And I intend to just try on this paper. I don't want to invest in Yupo paper right off the bat, so I'm going to try with this glossy photo paper. These prices, ignore them because that's not what I paid at all. Okay, a guide to senior moments. So, it's intended like to sit on your desktop, I guess. But landscape, I didn't read them. You know you're elderly when they discontinue your blood type. So they are printed on both sides. So I thought, just yank these out of here and let them become signature pages. What others see as baldness, I still see as a wide parting. The only sport left for me now is hunting for my glasses and probably finding that they're on the top of your head. Couple patterns, not that I needed them, but I've sort of taken to wrapping my Etsy orders in pattern paper because I know that it's something that everyone can use. And so that was the reason for that. Tissue paper, just a pretty blue color. Well, let me do this since it's right here. This, my lovelies, is a leather-bound journal with this heavy-duty leather closure. And I don't know if it's maybe it just stays there because these posts are tall and whatever. And of course, somebody had it, used 3 or 4 pages, and then unceremoniously ripped them out. But it's nothing but wonderful creamy paper, made in Italy, a leather journal. The original price was $54. So this will be mine. I will, you know, obviously disguise this a bit. Oh, there's sewn signatures, so anyway, I will fix this up. I'll probably add a pocket here, but this will be a wonderful book to use, you know, kind of as my sort of business planner. So that definitely was the score of the day. Okay, carry on. I wanted, like, I have those, you know, when decorating clipboards was sort of the thing. Every so often I need a clipboard, and this is big enough that it will accommodate an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper, kind of like the design that's on it. So I thought I will put this someplace where I can find it when I need it, and or it could even go in my, oh, you know what? Just as I'm saying that, it will go in my portable craft tote bag. Oh, and I should have, I don't know why I never showed you that. It's basically a canvas, like a canvas or duck canvas type bag with, you know, braided, not braided, but those, you know, typical tote bag handles. And it's like the replica of a Simplicity sewing pattern. So I have a few things stashed in there that I just take with me in the car when I'm a passenger. And, you know, there might be a bit of fussy cutting. Well, this would be like a great little portable, kind of a replacement to a lap desk when you just need a harder surface to work on. So that's where this is going. Now this, I have these sorts of boxes with the, oh, I'll leave that till I get rid of this because I don't even have room to open it. Some wired ribbon. Oh, this is old. It's got a Liquidation World sticker on. I used to love Liquidation World. And I don't know why, you know, it went out of business or got, I think it might have been bought out by Big Lots, and this is years ago. But I love that store. Maybe they were just here before their time. Anyway, a wired gold ribbon, that would be like almost 3-inch, I'd say, or 2 3/4. Rubber bands. Now, should I crack this open and see if they are any good or if they have, or if they've dried up? Well, that stood the test of, good. An intact package of bobbins. Now excuse me, I will attempt to see if these are the ones that fit my sewing machine. I have a lot of bobbins, but when I have nothing better to do, I fill them with a variety of threads. You know, I may do, you know, 2 black, 2 navy, 2 brown, and then a variety of other colors, simply because I like using them. And if you have a colored, I like using a lot of colors. And if you have the bobbin already filled, it's, you know, it's not that big a deal to quickly change your top thread and then use it. But if a person had to start filling a bobbin, like, that's probably not going to happen. So I hope those are the right ones. If not, they will get donated. Now this is just, I mean, we've all seen these things. This is how the Stampin' Up! Stamps come to us. These are just, whoa, the blank wooden blocks. The reason I grab these is because sometimes a person has a really favorite little cling stamp that you just love, but it's kind of a pain to have to, you know, pull out your blocks and then put it back on its little doohickey. So I think I'm going to attempt to glue some of the favorites, or even those red rubber ones, to these little blocks. Now, I know that in the past I tried that with Fabri-Tac. But what kind of a stamp was it? It took some doing, let me tell you, to make that stick. So I would probably practice or experiment on a stamp that I don't care for, or I mean I could live without, because we know that sometimes things can eat other things. So I guess another option could be some really good two-sided tape, or I also have E6000. So I'm bound and determined to make that work one way or the other. These are some sort of flashcards. So again, did I really need these? Probably not, but here they are. I grabbed this because it's narrow. It's got the cute little buckle. And I thought, wouldn't this make a cute closure around a journal? Now, it would have to be a kind of a hefty journal, or I also believe that I could remove a few of these. I just have to cut it off and shorten it wherever necessary. But I thought that was kind of cool. I grabbed these barrettes just because I thought they were cute. And they're relatively flat, so I don't see, I think that there'd be a way to use them, either to hold something or just break the back off, cut the back off, and glue it down as such because I mean, that's so kind of flimsy that it would work to just snip that off, I'm sure. So those are cute. A deck of cards. I don't know if they're all there or not. It doesn't matter. I'd be using those in my card packs. A hank, you call it a hank of ribbon, 7/8 inch wide, 4 yards long, and it's, got the satin edge and the sheer center. So, and it's ivory, so what's not to love there? This is a pristine little box, and I love these kinds of boxes. So it's just a matter of figuring out what to put into it. Okay, we're getting to the bottom of this pile. I don't know it's obviously an Adobe Illustrator thing. I don't know if that pen works or not, but it's got this cute little booklet that are, just glued in with that lady's face on it. Let's rip this off here. And it's got grid paper inside. So, people like you and me, we gravitate to things like this. So, I mean, they'd be a good size for backing things because it's grid. It could be used horizontally to make smaller signature pages. So, let's just see if this pen works or if I need to throw it out right now. Another pen that I don't really need. Now, whether or not there's something to be done with this, I don't know. But, and I might have mentioned this the other day in a video. As I've been watching the series, May You Be Inspired By, the recurring message from all of the people, I think without exception, every single person has said, you don't need everything under the sun. You can get by with a lot less. So I am emboldened to start throwing things out that I don't need, that I won't, well, throwing out or donating, things that I don't need, won't use. You know, it's similar to how I feel about houseplants sometimes. You know, you've got them, you give them this TLC, and the damn things, you know, just won't grow. I don't know what these are, except it says 30 pack 2x7 blah craft showing blah blah blah. So let's see. I don't know what you'll be able to see, but maybe if I move that out of the way. Anyway, so eventually, oh, it's a little, like a little display box. Eventually a person gets fed up. You threaten your plants. You say, boy, if you don't get yourself put together, if you don't smarten up, you're going to be gone. And then, you know, like any good parent, you got to follow through. And then one day, enough is enough, and out she goes. So I think the same thing could be said with scraps. And I shouldn't be making all this noise, but you can see it will become like a little cube box. So that would be a nice way to package things for Etsy, except I am kind of learning that, boy, you sure want to pack as compactly and smart as you can to save yourself and your customer as much postage money as you can. This might end up having to be used for something else, because a fat little box like that would definitely be, mind you, I could put something in it. Take it. I have a really good postmistress right now who doesn't seem to mind working with me to figure out, you know, a cheap way to mail something. Oh, let me get this out of the way. This is just a Dollarama tin, probably 8 inches tall or so. And I thought it might be a good thing to keep my paintbrushes in. Like, I have something else for them, but I find that when I'm taping and I need something right here, I don't really have a good place to put where's my, this guy's a little short. Anyway, there's no shortage of things to put in tins. The problem eventually becomes, do you have a flat surface to put this this tin on? So we'll see where that goes. And then I thought this was a heck of a score. Now, it's dusty, but I thought I'd take my my canned air, and see if I can blow that dust off. But what it says inside is Tex-Made. Oh, Tex-Made yarn, spun in Canada, Dominion Textile Company, 4-ply. And I don't know if this would have been like back in the day, you know, where a storekeeper would have a spool of thread or string on their counter and use it to tie up packages. I know that when my parents had a bakery, that was the thing. We had a roll of brown paper and a cutter. So if a person came in and they were buying 4 loaves of bread, you'd rip off that, you know, and you knew by then how long a piece of paper you need. And then there'd be a spool of thread like this that you tied around to hold this together. So I think, let me just see, where's the end here? Let me do the pull test on it, see how easily it breaks or doesn't, because it kind of has these slubby little, you know, a bit of texture to it. So I'm thinking that would be really cute on, you know, tags or, oh, and I did have brekkie, so it's not that I'm weak and puny. That, I think, was a heck of a score. Okay, so I can get that out of the way, too. So this is one of those boxes with a sliding cover. And, of course, it's pretty ugly by itself. But it's in good shape. Like, it's not cracked or anything like that. So, in the past, I've covered these either with wallpaper or with scrapbooking paper. Now, did I need a million Paw Patrol puzzle pieces? Maybe not. Now, these are one thing I didn't check because I just grabbed them as they were. I didn't check to see if this could be separate. Oh, yeah, it's just a chipboard type thing. So, can make these a lot thinner. And, of course, in the past, I have decorated or covered kids' oversized puzzle pieces. So there are lots of those there, but they are pretty thick. So maybe this should just go, hopefully it's intact. Paw Patrol, of course. Hopefully it will, they're intact. The pieces are intact, and that could just be donated because really, I have other ones that are better. So we'll put that aside. Now the rest of what I have, I would say falls in the category of personal stuff. So I grabbed this. It's clean. It is, well, it is 17 inches long and 13 inches wide and 4 inches deep. So I don't know what the intention was, but I'm thinking this would be good to put into a dresser drawer to sort one's gaunch or socks or whatever. You know, it just neatens, it keeps things more orderly. Of course, it could also be used in the craft room, but we'll see. I thought it would be better in a dresser drawer. So there's that. I also picked this up. Now, again, ignore the price tag because that's not how it was sold. This is a very strong, heavy-duty, 3-part system here. And this is all flocked. So I think these are all intended as scarf organizers. Now, I have many, I mean, it's sick how many scarves I have. And there are these smaller ones, too, that a person could use. But I also have in the past, I've also used closet-type organizer things to sort craft supplies. So, for instance, I have you know, those hangers that have the bars where you could put pants, or, you know, a pants hanger. I use that to, once I've ironed fabric and I want to remember that I have it because it's really beautiful. So I use things like that. So I don't know if I want to use this for scarves or if I want to use this for, you know, snippet rolls or whatever. I do have some of my craft supplies have overflowed into other rooms in the house. Go figure. But I also have a closet that is fairly close to my studio that where this could hang if I end up using it for craft stuff. I grabbed 2 different bundles of these padded hangers simply because every so often a person hangs something up that, you know, really, normally I everywhere else I use the flocked, those black flocked hangers. They're skinny. They're low, kind of skinny profile to in a closet for for my clothes. They don't take up much space. You know, it's a uniform look. Presumably because it's flocked, things don't slide, straps and whatever don't slide off the edges. But every so often you need one that is thicker so that you don't get those pointy little things at the shoulder. So there are a few garments that need those, and I figured these are in mint condition, so why don't I buy a few of them. I guess I don't need to do this while you're watching. Oh, sorry. That was pretty ruthless. Don't know what these, I mean, I've never seen these before. They're teeny tiny little spoons. Did I take them because they were cute? Probably. I don't know. I can't explain. This is one of those unsolved mysteries. I picked up this little timer, this, you know, egg timer type thing, because I have a grandson that loves stuff like that. So he'll be fascinated by that. Now, I have never heard of this game. I hope it's intact. I'll have to count the cards and see if it is. But my daughter and her boyfriend love card games. And I don't know, is there like a resurgence in the popularity of card games? Like the other day, my niece was saying how someone had taught her how to play crib, and that, you know, couples just seem to be playing cards with each other. She and her husband play, my daughter and her boyfriend play. And then, of course, they sometimes have card parties as well. So I think people are always kind of on the lookout for, you know, new and good games. This is a little wooden box that has, you know, carvings on it. And I have a shelf on one of my bookcases that I've sort of dedicated to little wooden boxes. So this will get added to that shelf. And then the last thing, I believe, oh no, it's not the last thing. Well, second last thing is this basket. I tend to really like these seagrass baskets, and you kind of have to really look them over, because usually by the time people are donating them, they've kind of seen better days. And the reason I like them is because they have a wire frame, you know, which gives them a certain amount of rigidity and stability that you don't always get with some others. So I don't know where I'll use this, but I will use it. You know, it could be one of those things in a utility room or something like that. And finally, the last item is one of these closet things. Sorry, something just fell. You know what I mean. It hangs, you put this Velcro thing over the rod in your closet, and basically you end up with all these cubby holes. Now, did I mention that some of my stuff is overflowed into other areas of the house? In the front entry closet, I have I have two of these kinds of things hanging. One this size, which of course holds quite a bit more stuff, and then the shoe width one that I have a lot of folded fabrics in. And the nice thing about that is that if you open up the door and you can see it all. It's not like stacking fabric in a drawer, you know, where clearly the most visible thing is the top one, and heaven help you to figure out what is on the bottom shelf. So I That's why I got this. And I'm going to quit there. Oh, I guess one other thing. I'm not going to try to drag it into frame because I can't. I picked up a wooden crate. Now, I measured it a while ago. It was 18 inches long, 9 inches high, 12 inches wide. So a decent size. It's got some heft to it. Now, some of the sideboards have let go on one end. So I can see from here 3 of them. I have tiny finishing nails. I have a hammer. I have the skill, the resolve, the common sense to fix something rather than just chuck it out because something is letting go. Like, I honestly, I don't understand it. Anyway, I'm not going to go off on a tangent about that, but let's just say that in short order, that will be a perfectly functional thing. Again, something like that might, like I'm hoping to get a new garden shed this year. So something like that is heavy enough weight that, you know, it'll probably end up on a shelf in the garden shed. Again, those things cost money, so why would people not try to repair it? But anyway, I said I wouldn't say that. Thanks so much for joining me. I will now put these things away, clear the decks here, and get on with doing a couple of 100-day project videos. Thanks so much for joining me. Again, I didn't mean to spoil anyone's fun. Thrifting, buying secondhand. I know that sometimes we are driven by the mission to, if you see a broken crate and you know that, 6 tiny nails is going to give it life for, the next 10 or 15 years, we feel compelled to do that. So anyway, to thrift or not is a personal decision, and I can't see myself quitting, but like I said, I am getting more selective. So anyway, happy hunting, and we will see you tomorrow. Bye.